This franchise has always been about players, it's always been about basketball, and it's about anything we can do to help the player become the best they can be. This is really a huge example and an opportunity to show the rest of the league and the world and that's involved in women's sports what it takes to be a high-level athlete.
It's an unbelievable day for the Indiana Fever, another step for our franchise, again, to make this the best franchise in the world.
The Indiana Fever made a bold $78 million investment, but that's not today's biggest story. While their new facility impresses, a major free agency move is stealing the spotlight.
Indiana Fever announced that they're going to open a new practice facility coming up before the 2027 season, but they're going to get their own facility now. And they showed the mock-ups online, and it's as you would expect, right? It's going to be state-of-the-art. It's going to be awesome.
Caitlin Clark and the Fever are adding a new star. With a top-tier training center and a major free agent signing, Indiana's making big moves. Stay tuned.
CEO of Pacer Sports Entertainment, I couldn't be more excited for both our men's and our women's teams to have their own standalone practice facilities. I think it's expanding our campus in a great way. It's providing them everything they need to have the best performance that they can on the court. And I think it's absolutely the right time to do it.
The Indiana Fever just unveiled a massive 108,000 square foot, $78 million facility. Nearly double the size of any WNBA counterpart, it even surpasses some NBA arenas. The Fever are making a bold statement.
The weight and conditioning equipment, obviously we'll have 2 full-size courts. It'll be available 24/7 for them to come and utilize it, but also just the best in recovery, the best in mental health, places for them to be able to also record content, podcasts, and other things that they may have to go off-site and waste time doing things like that. So they can really maximize their time spent focusing on their performance and not on other things.
Inside are 2 full courts, recovery rooms, saunas, mental health resources, a kitchen, podcast studio, and even a nail salon. The Fever prioritize their players on and off the court.
Goals for this new training center is really to provide a first-in-class training center that is designed exclusively for women athletes. And I think that's important to note because it's not just a gym, it's a holistic approach to how women athletes train, recover, rehab.
This is going to be the best in class when it comes to a women's professional training facility. And not just the day that it opens, we're going to set this up and think about this as the best in class for.
The Fever's new facility opens in 2027, just as Aliyah Boston's rookie deal ends and Caitlin Clark's contract expires in 2028, sending a strong message to free agents. Meanwhile, the Connecticut Sun share their court with birthday parties, as Elisa Thomas pointed out.
Practice in like the recreational, like the tribal facility because the team is owned by the tribe. And so sometimes there'll be people doing like yoga classes and
that's crazy.
And different stuff. And like we'll be on the court, like practicing on the full court, like the full
during
NBA size court.
Doing that?
Right. And then they'll come in and we have to like put the divider down. And then we'll start going on a court that was like smaller than like a high school court. Kid you not, while we're in the playoffs.
They talking about keep it down. We got a yoga class going on over here.
Yeah, and it's like you peek your head over the side and it's like 3 people over there like going downward dog or something crazy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Caitlin Clark's post got me hyped. Aliyah Boston's using it to recruit, highlighting Indiana's player support. Lisa Leslie praised the move, saying, "This is what investing in women looks like. Legends know best."
Look toward Indianapolis becoming the epicenter of women's sports, having professional women's sports teams and having dedicated training facilities for them is really a key piece of putting that together.
Caitlin Clark's post got me pumped this Thursday. Aliyah Boston's using it to recruit, highlighting Indiana's support for players. Lisa Leslie praised it, saying, "This is what investing in women looks like. Legends know."
We finally got the news that we expected to hear all along for Kelsey Mitchell. We finally got the news, and it is that Kelsey Mitchell of the Indiana Fever has received the core designation. Yes, Kelsey Mitchell has been cored by the Indiana.
Big news from Indiana. The Fever CD'd Kelsey Mitchell, securing exclusive rights to negotiate. They'd offered her a 1-year Supermax deal worth nearly $250,000, signaling their intent to build a powerhouse team.
Me to give a percentage chance of Kelsey Mitchell staying. I would go as far as to say 99. I'd go as far as saying
Mitchell could leave if traded, but that's unlikely. Why leave now? The Fever are building something special, and she's a key part of it. Imagine her and Caitlin Clark in the same backcourt. Unstoppable.
Kelsey Mitchell wouldn't want to play with the Fever, and we've basically seen the Fever posting about Kelsey Mitchell everywhere, so it's not like it's something that is unlikely, but it is going to be huge. And at this stage, it's trust the process. It's trust the organization. Because look, this organization has proven that they're willing to put the money back.
Mitchell averaged 19.3 points last season, excelling alongside Clark and Boston. With both on the court, defenses will struggle. The Fever have 9 players signed for $2025 and $650,000 in cap space, allowing them to keep Mitchell and add another key player.
This thing for you, and there's no way that and there's no agent in the world that would tell Kelsey Mitchell not to sign with Indiana. To be honest, there is no agent in the world that will tell any player not to sign. What team should Kelsey Mitchell play for if she's in reality? The answer is the Indiana Fever. There's no basketball, there's no genuine basketball reason for her to play for anyone else. Is there even a non-basketball reason for her to play for the Fever? There's no, maybe if we're talking about, non-basketball reasons, personal reasons maybe, but off the court reasons there's none either. So
the top free agents in this year. So I mean, do you have any ideas of what you might prioritize, or do you plan to stay in Dallas next season?
Yeah, I mean, I've already communicated with Dallas how grateful I am because they've made this a home for me for the past years, and I'm working with them together and finding a next home for me because I will